look at the amount of artists that are out at the moment and not doing pop music. If I could sing, I would sing. I like being able to get up and go and make a beat in my bedroom.
40 grand, how do you turn 40 grand down?
Listen, I don't even know, and I try not to think about it because I'm like, what was I thinking? If I'm making music true to myself, I'll be talking about those kind of issues.
A wise man told me young, but can be real with it.
So 2012 was the first proper mixtape. 2013 was the next proper mixtape. And then you had 2014, where I know you yourself, you felt a little bit frustrated around 2014.
Yeah.
I'm going to read out an email that you sent out.
Oh, wow.
Fans. It's been a pretty frustrating year. It's always difficult when you're forced to put plans on hold because of financial restraints and circumstances out of your control. The waiting has been difficult, but in return, I've had time to develop my sound and really prepare to come back stronger and better than ever. What made you send that out?
I think, you know what, it was one, I'm a very private person. Very private person, I always have been. And the thing that usually gets people, unless you're J. Paul or, you know, those kind of artists that are like shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, introverted.
People want to know who you are. You know, people want, that's just it. People want to know who you are. Yeah, they might like the music, but who are you? You know, what do you stand for? What do you do? Like, and nobody knew, you know? And it's like, oh yeah, Adian hasn't released any music for a whole year. Why? I just wrote it because that's how I felt. I felt frustrated, but no one knows about my frustrations. I'm just here, they're not hearing any music from me. What's going on? This mattered to some people because, you know, I was real, I was honest, and I was open, and they loved the openness and they loved the honesty. With going on to Been There real quick, touching on to Been There, I remember the night before we put it out, like I woke up in the middle of the night, I was like, did I give too much away on Been There? I was honestly like, I had a little bit of a panic, like, oh wow, like I might have actually shared like too much. I might have had an Eminem moment. And then afterwards when we did it, I was like, who puts an old woman dancing at the start of a hip hop video? Me!
A wise man told me young and could be real with it. If could doubt bad cars, but I deal with it. So either I quit or hit schemes to move quick. Either way on both sides, yeah, I'm still with it. Long nights, no rest again.
Cinematography is always beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you the primary person behind the ideas? Do you come up with a lot of the concepts and things yourself, or is it a combination of things? Good to know.
I'll do like the concept, I'll do the treatment, I'll do the mood board. On every CD, we've worked with the same director for the videos.
Yeah.
Just to keep like the consistency
and
within
you can
that.
see it.
Yeah, exactly. So like Angels and Airs look a certain way.
Right.
Then Cream and Suicide look a certain way. Yeah. And Been There and the rest of the video.
I head straight to the bar just to post up. I roll a drum up, my cup mold up. Bitch, don't just stand there with your nose up. Come on.
We ain't browsing luxurious housing. We ain't browsing.
The music and the ideas are at a level where people are like, we really want to work with you.
Right.
And so they put themselves out there to work with me, and you know, we do it on whatever budget we have, and they make it work.
Rise me, don't fall. I told you next year you won't see me no more. You can catch me out front if you see me on tour. Like somebody shooting at you.
When they see the videos, they're like, this guy's got money. This guy's got like, you
So
know.
he doesn't need the help, he doesn't need the support.
You know, exactly. That's not it. We out here grinding. You can't come out with a video that doesn't look as good as Cream.
Right.
You can't come out with you know, it's like, I set that bar, but I set that bar because it's me. I'm like, but these are my ideas.
Right.
This is just me. It's just I can't think of, you know, I can think of a simple idea, but it's still gonna look like that. The guy that did Cream and Suicide, Drew Cox, he went and worked with Pusha, he went and worked with Maverick.
Wow.
But that's off the videos that we did.
Nice.
And the videos are really dope. Like, he's an incredible director, but they don't look like my videos.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that.
New EP's coming out soon.
Yes.
Do you have a name for this EP?
Yeah, it's called Time Out of Mind. It's coming probably the last week of October, or first week of November.
So what else can we expect from you? You've got the EP coming. Any other projects in the pipeline?
All right, so yeah, end of the year, I'm going to be putting out like freestyles probably every couple of weeks. And then I'm going to put out this CD. It's going to be called Active. And then
At the end of the year.
At the end of the year, and straight after, I'm going to come back with the first track from the second EP, and now I'm probably going to put out Active 2. So I just my plan for the next like year is just to come with music.
You've got your own record label, which I didn't know until recently.
Yeah, I only learned this myself.
So tell us about that record label and how it came about and how you did it.
Bloom in June. When is it set up? Like, it's set up around the time that we put out. I think we put Lights Fantastic out on it as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm a producer. I'm a writer, and it's like I feel like I'm a facilitator. So when I work with artists, I want to work with artists and sign artists that, you know, I don't have to produce everything for them. I might not even produce a record, but it's exciting to, you know, to help artists grow and to mold them, because, you know, I've been doing this for a few years now, so I have some knowledge that they may not have, even though I'm not at that stage yet. But, you know, so it's like I want to get to that place where I can have a stable of artists that I'm really proud to represent and work with, and they're signed to the label, and we create a movement and all that kind of stuff. And that's always been important to me, as well as having ownership of my music as well. Right. You know,
what artists would you recommend give a cosign? This is your moment to give a cosign.
I think what Sims has done is incredible, just because she came from outside of a whole scene. Like here, she was there. She was where I am. Do you know what I mean? In terms of, you know, we're not in that pot because we make different kind of music. Yeah. And, you know, she's been able to cross over into that, but still retain her position here. Right. And that's impressive, you know? And she makes good music, and, you know, she's really doing it. And so, yeah, like, she's got a long career ahead of her. And there's a lot of support for her, you know? And even as a female, you know, I know it's like, but it's true, like, as a female to come and be able to have that kind of success that she's having. It's
unheard of, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As a female, as a UK female.
Yeah.
The last one we had was Miss Dynamite.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and she's able to do international tours and all that kind of stuff. It's impressive.
I came from a place of guts and glory, far from Balamory, where they tell tall tales like it's fiction, true story. That got me craving all the trappings, all the winnings. So when we finally eat, I'ma order all the trimmings. My mother.
As an artist, are you ever tempted to discuss social things that are happening, or do you try and stay away from it and just stay within a certain lane?
I learned to sniff out the bull like a hound, boy. Mama told me to keep them heels on the ground, boy. And when you get your shot, you better go to town, boy. Cause life ain't ever black and white if you were brown, boy. So I take my head strong, my working class grouping, my dialect, Tarantino's in the hood shooting. I dot my eyes at you like do or die. No sushi ass, I got big fish to fry. We still be guilty way before the plea, cause there ain't nothing promised for an IC3. And I see limited routes to get the scheme, so it's less I have a dream, more by any means. Tell me what's a young to do? Out here trying to get that honey like Winnie the Pooh. So we do not snooze, and we dare not lose, till the day we make the paper. And I ain't talking front page news. Like, every song.
You answered it there.
Yeah.
You answered it there.
Like, every song is, that's how I rap. If I'm making music true to myself, I'll be talking about those kind of issues.
Certain artists have been criticised for having a platform and not talking about things. Do you think if you have that platform, even if you don't talk about it in your music, maybe you should talk about it in another way? And we could bring up two rappers right now, but I'll leave them out of the conversation right now.
I mean, why don't we bring it up?
I mean, okay, so you talk about the Chip and Tiny situation. So,
man, I feel like it's not anybody's responsibility. You know, I don't feel like you should, because if it's not in you, you're forcing it. Right. You know, you're forcing it because it's going to be good PR, or it's going to be some kind of PR, and it's not your responsibility to take. If it's not you, it's not you. You know what I mean? Everybody has their lane.
Always been grafting, always acting without casting. Always been the type to take yours without asking. Sink or swim on the whim while they up in arms. Always kept my head when I was.
Going back to another story though, I had to tell you this story. I don't even know if I should be telling you this story. When Airs and Graces.
Yeah.
One of the first videos.
The second video I put out. When we had that beat, Michael went and had a meeting, I won't say with who, at a label, a very big label. And he played them the song, and the A&R was like, we'll buy the beat off you now for 40 grand. And I remember I was in Sutcliffe Park, and Michael called
40
me.
grand.
40 grand. Like, on the spot, she said, anyway. And Michael called me, and he was like, he told me, and I was young and naive at the time. And I was, no, that's my song.
40 grand, how do you turn 40 grand down?
Listen, I don't even know, and I try not to think about it, because I'm like, what was I thinking?
How much has your personal relationships, has that influenced your music?
Oh, write songs about it. Don't get in a relationship with me if you don't want if you don't want to end up on. There's a song, it will never come out, never ever come out, because it was too much. You know, like Dream with Josh Usher, that was about my ex-girlfriend who we then got back together with. Then we broke up. But it's like, the thing is, you can't, at this stage in your career, in my career, it's very, very difficult to have a relationship if you're not on the same wave.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a personal question.
Yeah.
Are you currently single?
Yes.
What characteristics are you looking for in a woman?
Wow. She has to know herself. I'm at a place in my life now where I know myself and I know what I want, right? And if it's not what I want, I don't do it.
To describe your music in one sentence, to describe you as an artist and your music.
That's a very good question. I guess I have to come back to somebody that has important things to say.
Yeah, what you know about the young spitter from the southeast on the hustle?
Yo, my name's Adian. As you know, I've got all these people in the house, 9:30 on a Saturday morning. Didn't even get a chance to go to the gym. Now I had to have a shower. And I'm gonna go to the gym, then I got to shower again. It's like, it's mad what's happening out here. I just had to have cereal for my whole breakfast routine on a Saturday morning. I'm trying to have eggs with this. Yo, it's crazy.
Got me seeing these skinny move weight in the chicken world. Ain't nobody move straight. Had me feeling like and I'm out here on a mission, trying to build on my position and achieve the ambition.
Till I get that money, yeah, I swear I'm gon' run it. I swear I'ma get out of here. Wait till I get out of here.